In a Violent Nature, directed and written by Chris Nash, offers a unique and unsettling perspective on the slasher horror genre. Released in 2024, this Canadian film deliberately plays with familiar tropes while introducing distinct elements that set it apart. The violent turn. The catalyst for the film's violence is an innocuous-looking locket discovered by a group of friends exploring an abandoned fire tower. Troy, one of the friends, pockets the locket, unknowingly triggering a brutal sequence of events. This act resurrects the corpse of Johnny, a long-deceased and enraged killer whose peace was tied to the locket remaining undisturbed. Johnny embarks on a relentless mission through the woods to retrieve his prized possession. Johnny, the psychotic undead killer. Johnny is the central figure of the movie, and his tragic backstory is gradually revealed. Years prior, as a child, Johnny was lured to the top of the fire tower as a cruel prank and fell to his death, snapping his neck. His death was dismissed as an accident. The locket, a gift from his parents, was the key to his rest. Once taken, Johnny returns as an undead killer driven by a singular purpose: to reclaim his locket. Despite the horrific violence he inflicts, the narrative allows for a degree of empathy for Johnny. His rage stems from a traumatic childhood death and the subsequent disturbance of his eternal rest. Brief moments, such as his interaction with a toy car keychain, hint at the innocent child he once was, making him a more complex character than a typical mindless killer. Johnny's kill count and the camping trip. The movie embraces the classic slasher trope of a group of friends on an ill-fated trip to a remote cabin. Aaron, who recounts Johnny's tragic story, becomes one of the killer's early victims, meeting a gruesome end with a hacksaw. Johnny even carries Aaron's body to a nearby ranger station, where he acquires a pair of hooks and an old firefighter mask, further cementing his resemblance to iconic slasher villains like Jason Voorhees. The film then follows the remaining friends, including Aurora and Brody. Brody becomes the first of the group to die, drowned by Johnny in a lake. Aurora's death is particularly brutal and memorable. Johnny forces a hook through her stomach and uses it to pull her down a cliff. This scene is depicted with shocking realism, contributing to the film's unsettling atmosphere. The other members of the group, Troy, Colt, and Evan, also fall victim to Johnny's relentless pursuit. Evan and Troy are killed in a violent confrontation after a failed attempt to flee. The nail-biting climax. Chris and Colt encounter a park ranger who explains the significance of the locket in keeping Johnny at rest. However, the ranger is brutally killed by Johnny. Colt's attempt to trap the killer fails, leading to his death. Chris, the final survivor, uses the locket as bait, leaving it on a gas canister before fleeing into the woods. She is eventually picked up by a woman driving a pickup truck. In a twist, the woman who offers Chris a ride is played by Lauren Marie Taylor from Friday the 13th Part 2, an intentional nod to the slasher genre's history. The film concludes with the locket missing from where Chris left it, leaving Johnny's ultimate fate and potential return ambiguous. Is Johnny truly evil? While Johnny is undoubtedly a violent killer, the movie presents his actions as a consequence of his tragic past and the disruption of his rest. He doesn't actively seek vengeance until his locket is taken. His seemingly intelligent stalking methods and moments of childlike behavior complicate a simple evil label. The film also raises the question of Johnny's potential immortality, as he withstands shotgun blasts with only temporary incapacitation. Potential sequel. The open ending, with the locket missing and Johnny's fate unknown, strongly suggests the possibility of a sequel. The director, Chris Nash, has intentionally left the ending open to interpretation, fueling speculation about Johnny's return and whether he will continue to pursue Chris. The film's reception has been encouraging, making a sequel a plausible prospect. Marvelous verdict. In a Violent Nature is described as an intelligent and gory addition to the slasher genre. Its unique perspective from the killer's point of view, the lack of a traditional soundtrack, and the disturbingly realistic violence contribute to a chilling and memorable viewing experience. By focusing on the killer's perspective, the film offers a different take on familiar slasher tropes, inviting viewers to witness the events with a sense of dread and anticipation. While the violence is extreme, the film's innovative approach and the tragic backstory of its undead killer make it a noteworthy entry in the horror landscape.
Text prompting viewers to comment and subscribe. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more updates on this developing story.